Have you ever looked at modern role-playing games and it just felt like something's missing? Something bigger? Like they've kind of strayed from their grand, strategic roots? Well, today, we're diving into a tabletop experience that doesn't just go back to those roots. It creates a campaign so unique, you honestly won't find it offered anywhere else.
You know, it's a simple fact, but it's a really powerful one. Before we had these deep personal character stories, we had massive armies clashing on giant maps. The whole point wasn't just clearing out some dungeon, it was about winning a war. It was pure strategy, huge tactics, and an epic scale.
And yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What if you took a modern campaign and just stripped away all the side quests, the shopping trips in town, the social stuff, and focused purely on that exhilarating core of its wargaming DNA? Just a relentless, non-stop series of massive strategic battles? So this brings us right to the heart of the War for the Realm campaign. And let me be clear, this is not your typical adventure. This is a dedicated, focused, military campaign from the moment you start to the very end. I mean, the difference here is just night and day. A standard campaign, it weaves everything together. Roleplay, exploring, fighting. War for the Realm, it cuts right to the chase for a pure, uncut wargaming experience. You fight a huge battle, you survive, you level up, and you use your loot to get ready for the next even bigger fight. It's a 20-battle gauntlet designed to take you from a fresh-faced level 1 hero all the way to a godlike level 21. Now, an experience this unique, this demanding, it needs a very specific kind of person running the show. You don't just need a game master. You need a seasoned general, a master strategist. You need an architect of worlds. We are talking about a GM with 45 years of experience. Seriously, let that sink in. That isn't just a number, that's a lifetime spent mastering systems and building worlds. This is a level of experience that is, well, it's pretty much impossible to find anywhere else. Yeah, this isn't someone who just picked up the rules last year. The GM's journey started way back in 1979, figuring out how to run games before the official Dungeon Master's Guide was even a thing. Then he adapted through the early days of play-by-post online, and now he's an absolute master of modern virtual tabletops, running battles with hundreds of combatants. It's a whole history of total dedication to the craft. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. His own players describe him with words that sound like they're talking about a master craftsman. Prepared, meticulous, experienced. This tells you it's not just about having fun, it's about a professional, high-quality game you can count on.
And get this, on top of all that tactical mastery, the GM is a trained stage and film actor. What does that mean? It means every single ally, every horrifying monster, every NPC you meet has a unique, memorable voice. That adds a layer of immersion that just elevates the whole thing from a simple war game to a living, breathing war. Okay, so we've got the one-of-a-kind concept and the veteran GM. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual rules of engagement that make these battles so intense and so special. And here it is, the core gameplay loop. It's so elegant and simple, but absolutely relentless. You fight, you level up, you get a precise amount of treasure to buy new gear, and you jump right back into the action. It's a pure progression system built for one thing, and one thing only, epic warfare. Right, and you can't have epic battles on a tiny little map. We're talking about massive, gorgeous, high-quality digital battlefields. I mean, think about it. A high-level dragon needs room to fly, to glide 400 feet in a single turn. These maps are built to that incredible scale, so you can have true, high-level tactical combat. Now, this right here is absolutely crucial to the whole thing. Raw. Rules as written. This means no fudge dice rolls, no rules getting bent for the story. This campaign uses the wonderfully complex, crunchy Pathfinder 1E system like a finely tuned tactical engine. You win because your strategy was better, because you knew the rules. It makes every victory feel genuinely earned. So let's switch gears and talk about you, the player. Because in a campaign this tough, you're not just some random adventurer. You are a legendary hero from the word go. How legendary? Well, forget the standard way of making character stats. In this campaign, you get a 32-point buy. For anyone who doesn't know, that is an incredibly generous system. It lets you build a powerful, specialized hero right out of the gate. So what does that actually look like?
Well, as you can see, you can start with a massive 18 in your main stat, like a real superhero. Or you could build a character who's a master of 3 different stats right from level 1. The point is, you're not playing a farmhand who stumbles into an adventure. You're playing a champion built for war.
Okay, so when you put all these pieces together, the core idea, the master GM, the strict rules, the powerful characters, you get something that isn't just rare. It's a truly unmatched saga.
And really, that's the bottom line. Any one of these features would make for an amazing game, but finding all of them together in one single campaign, that is what makes this a true one-of-a-kind experience. A GM with 45 years under his belt, running a pure 20 battle war game on huge maps with tactical rules and delivering every voice like a pro. You just won't find this combination anywhere else. Period. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. As so many games are moving towards simpler, more streamlined rules, maybe the most unique and rewarding adventure you can have is one that dives headfirst back into its complex, tactical, wargaming roots. Maybe the greatest challenge is actually the greatest fun.